Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you movie When We First Met, released in 2018. The film begins in 2017 with Avery telling the story of how she met her fiancé 3 years ago at a Halloween party. Noah, her best friend, has a flashback to the Halloween party where he and Avery first met. In a flashback, Noah spills his drink on Avery. They both like each other's costumes and introduce themselves. They continued talking, and Avery tells him that she came to the party with Carrie, her roommate, but she is currently having an affair with a man. Avery then invites Noah to accompany him to a jazz bar where he works as a pianist. He performs and sings a song for her that she thoroughly enjoys. Avery drags him to a photo booth to take pictures before he finishes playing. Noah informs her that he has never been in a relationship. The two then went to Avery's house. They talked in the kitchen while eating Cookie Crisp after playing foosball. Avery tells Noah that she organizes fundraisers for charities that help children, the elderly, and even animals. The flashback ends just as Noah is about to kiss her, and we are returned to the present engagement. Avery introduces Ethan, her fiancé. Noah became depressed and began to drink excessively, glass after glass, and then a bottle. He pukes in the toilet, and Avery chases him down. Ethan also joins in, giving Noah vitamin water and saltines to help him recover from his hangover. Noah observed Ethan and Avery kissing in front of him as they stood up. Ethan then informs his fiancée that his parents will be calling them via Skype. He exits the toilet and tells Noah to rest. When Avery asks her friend Carrie to drive Noah home because she is also leaving early, Noah declines, stating that he will simply call an Uber. However, Noah inadvertently drops his phone in a juice bowl. So he decided to accompany Carrie to the party and leave after taking and kissing a plate with Avery's face. He confesses to Carrie in the car that he loves Avery. Noah duped Carrie into taking him to the jazz club instead of his house. Carrie assisted him in getting inside because he was so inebriated. They then meet his friend Max, a company vice president. Carrie tries to leave, but Noah begs her to stay and hear the story of how he and Avery met. He describes the tragic ending to his flashback, in which he is about to kiss Avery, but she instead hugs him. Knowing he was friend zone destroyed him, and she considers him her best friend, so he left sad. Noah believes there is something between him and Avery at the time, and Carrie advises him to move on. Noah tells his friend Max that Avery will never love him because he is ugly. Max dislikes seeing him down, so he takes him to the photo booth to relax. He falls asleep after taking out the photos he took with Avery in the photo booth. He wished he could go back in time and do everything differently, becoming the man Avery would end up with. Noah awoke the next morning and went outside. He discovers that it is Halloween. He arrives at a food mart and notices a newspaper dated October 31, 2014, which he confirms when the teller informs him that his order, Blueberry Red Bull, does not exist. He grabs the newspaper and dashes to his friend Max's office. Max is still an employee, not a vice president, he discovered. He tells him what happened, but he is not convinced. He then walks over to Carrie, who is photographing a Halloween couple nearby. Noah tells her that she knows him and that she assisted him in getting to the bar when he was inebriated. He believes he is insane because no one believes him. That's when he realizes he's gone back in time and hasn't yet met Avery. He believes he has a second chance to make things right with Avery. He dressed formally for the Halloween party that night. He pursues Avery and speaks with her. He impresses her by talking about topics that she is interested in. Avery is surprised at how much they have in common. They do the same things they did before, such as going to the jazz bar and using the photo booth. They later went to Avery's house. Carrie entered while Noah was kissing her. He is the freak who bothers her in the morning, she recalls. Avery claims Noah is a stalker and that this is why he knows everything about her. They screamed and swung a plant at him. He was knocked unconscious, and when he awoke in the morning, he thought it was all a dream. He apologizes to Avery for being drunk at her engagement party. He went to her house to apologize in person. Ethan helped him open the door. He discovers that he has arrived on the day of the engagement party in 2017. When Avery spots him, she sprays him with pepper spray and accuses him of being the stalker from 3 years ago. Ethan wrestled him after Carrie hit him with another plant. Noah was able to flee and return home. He attempts to figure out how he was able to time travel. He returns to the photo booth and attempts to return to 2014. He then calls his friend Max for advice on how to impress a lady. He teaches him to be cool and rude because that is what ladies like. He brings her a beer and promises to give her the beer if she says something interesting about herself. Noah pursues her outside and continues to be impolite, so Avery pushes him into the pool. Noah pulls her in when he asks her to assist him in getting out of the pool. They argued at first, but then kissed in front of everyone. They kept kissing in Avery's house. Noah awakens later in bed next to Avery. He checked his phone and discovered it was now 2017, which made him happy. When Avery awakens, she reminds him that she simply booty calls him whenever she wishes to sleep with him. They are not in a relationship, and she is still looking for a good man. Noah is content because he is having good sex with her. He later realized that he had become a complete a-hole. Noah discovers that Avery and Ethan are friends after Ethan and Carrie arrive at Avery's house. They all go jogging, and Noah begins to be envious of Ethan. While running, Noah collides with the ground. Carrie stays with him while Avery and Ethan continue to jog. He tells Carrie that he adores Avery and wishes to be the guy she wants to be with. Carrie responds that Avery wants a man with whom she can build a future. Noah decided he could be that guy. With that, Noah returns to the photo booth and travels back to 2014. He goes to Max's office to apply for a job and then goes to Avery's Halloween party that night. They talked before going to the jazz bar. He tells her that he used to work there but has since left because he has found a job that will allow him to be a successful and secure man. Avery then leans on his shoulder and they hold hands. 3 years later, in 2017, Noah awakens in his office. He is now a chubby but prosperous and successful man. He notices an invitation to his and Avery's engagement party. He returned home and was astounded by how grandiose his home is. Avery kissed him on the cheek as she descended the stairs. She then shows him a plate with his and Avery's photo on it. Noah is overjoyed and kissed her. Carrie arrives, and Noah discovers that she also resides there. Avery informs him that when he is away on business, Carrie will come to stay and accompany him. As he prepares to leave for work, he notices an expensive car outside. When he arrives at the office, it is empty. His boss and the rest of the staff surprised him by celebrating his promotion to senior vice president. A Chinese executive came to congratulate Noah, and Noah is surprised that he can also communicate with him in Chinese. Max arrives and informs Noah that he is a traitor who stole his promotion. He went on to say that it was he who begged his boss to hire Noah. Max storms out of the office, furious. Noah is agitated and has begun stress eating. His secretary arrives to remind him of his appointment. He discovers that he has a fully booked schedule for the next 3 months. When he asks if he can leave for half a day, his secretary informs him that he will be fired immediately. She also tells the story of Davis, who lost his job and is now homeless. This depresses Noah even more. Noah is late for the engagement party. He meets all of Avery's guests and parents. He also plays the piano and attempts to sing the song he sang when he first met Avery. However, he forgets the notes and performs out of tune. He went in search of Avery, and Carrie informs him that she is with Ethan. He discovers them in the bathroom, where Ethan is puking in the toilet. They suspected it had something to do with the food he ate. Avery wishes to accompany Ethan to his bedroom, but Noah transports him to his car and drives him home. While they're on their way, Ethan admits to stealing one of the engagement plates from the party. He also admits that he confessed his feelings for Avery. When Noah inquires about Avery's response, he states that she wishes everything were different. Noah is heartbroken to learn this. When he gets home, he talks to Carrie and wonders why Avery does not love him. She informs him that Avery cares for him, but not with love. Noah tells Carrie that he enjoys talking with her, and Carrie agrees. Noah finally admits that Avery deserves to be happy with the right guy, even if that guy isn't him. He made the decision to return to 2014. He dresses up as Cupid this time and brings Ethan to the Halloween party. He forces him to meet Avery, and Noah leaves them to talk. He then approaches Carrie and speaks to her. He discovers that he has more in common with her than he does with Avery. Avery then invites them both to the photo booth to take pictures with her and Ethan. They took pictures and are all pleased with the results. In 2017, Noah awakens in bed for the second time. He discovers that everything is now fine between them and his friend Max. He also learns that Ethan and Avery are engaged, but Max informs him that Carrie is now dating her ex-boyfriend. Noah is upset and decides to go to Carrie's house. He tells her they are meant to be together and pulls her in for a kiss. Carrie, however, pushes him away because she is perplexed. Noah meets Phil, her boyfriend. She was unable to respond when he asked if she was happy. He went to the jazz bar to travel back in time to try to fix things. The photo booth has been replaced, he discovers. He sits and drinks at the photo booth, despondent. Avery and Ethan arrive. Avery informs Noah that she obtained the old photo booth and delivered it to his home as a present. Noah is ecstatic because he now has the opportunity to return and repair things with him and Carrie. He rushes home and sits in the photo booth to travel back in time to 2014. But this time, he wouldn't change a thing and would just let things happen as they were. Everything went exactly as it had the previous time until Ethan and Avery's engagement. He then talks with Carrie, and the two get along great. He asked Carrie out, and they began dating. Please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.